Hi, it's Joy and Tango and you're watching Lucifer, Season 6, Episode 7, My Best Fiend's Wedding, which does that mean it's already time for Maze and Eve's wedding day? I am here for it, but that feels like it's very, very soon. But also, I'm here for it. I'm stressed, I'm excited, I'm loving Season 6 so far. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reactions on my Patreon. You get those 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and let's go! Well, I'm glad they have more of a good relationship now.
Why would Maze even care? She doesn't know me yet.
We haven't given her much of a chance to get to know you.
She knows who you are.
Fitting. Join me. We could coordinate outfits, get matching cummerbunds, perhaps. No? Okay. We can find something else that doesn't make you make that face.
No. No.
Small steps.
Well, I'll be there.
And in my future, you're going to get to be in her life the whole time. He already is loving her so much.
Because I believed in him, I believed in the system, but
yeah.
I never imagined this. My father taught me that when you see injustice, you confront it, so I'm going back to the LAPD.
Yeah.
I want to help you and Sonia clean this up from the inside. I don't want to add any drama to Maze's big day.
Drama? It's Maze and big feelings. What could possibly go wrong?
How do you know? Because that's what they were made for. That's also
See,
true.
it is true what Eve is saying, but I think maybe not the wedding. Maybe once the wedding's over, we could slowly start helping them evolve. But I think the wedding might be a bit of a big step.
Anything or anyone ruin our wedding too much.
Oh God.
Adam?
Oh God. Possessive ex coming around.
Hey.
Hey.
You don't get to touch her.
I'm a black belt now.
Yeah, that's fun, right?
Oh, he's just awful.
Academy, did they give you all the belts in the rainbow?
Funny.
That doesn't mean you know how to throw a punch.
Punch him.
But I get it.
I don't agree with punching, but punch him.
What? This is about me.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I fell in love with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You're in love with a demon?
I didn't choose you.
I chose Maze. Yes. Adam, fuck off. What's he gonna do to ruin everything?
Driving me nuts.
Why do you have...
I didn't know wings could do that.
Why do you have them coated like that?
You look like you ate a bad oyster. Ella, listen.
Oh, Dan.
If you're having second thoughts.
What is she having second thoughts about? Is it because she thinks the world is ending? Oh, it's because it's a wedding of a demon and Eve and angels and everything, right? Can Dan finally see that Ella knows and tell someone? Please?
I mean, honestly, other Dan has a better shot than I do.
Oh. Oh God, Dan, 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 don't tell me he's left. Please don't tell me he's left. I need someone to know that Ella knows. For her own sake, so they can stop her spiraling and just tell her the truth. Dan, werewolf, vampire, centaur.
Unwanted feelings.
Unwanted? My feelings.
How did he end up here?
So she's marrying somebody else.
Your ex is engaged?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A woman of all things. I mean,
Does she know? Come on, this is...
Did she even consider that?
Does she not know this is Adam? Fuck off.
Oh, I'm in trouble, aren't I?
Fuck off, Adam. This is why Eve doesn't want to be with you.
Stop the wedding from happening.
No, come on, you would go that far.
Oh yeah.
He's an abusive dick.
No. Took me some time to see Adam for what he really was.
Yeah, especially when she was controlled that way. I mean, like, built that way for him.
I wanted to ask you about angels.
Mm-hmm.
Their
Oh,
wings.
of course. How she got them blades on them.
They sound awesome. I wonder if Charlie's would be that cool. I mean, if he gets them. Doesn't. Lucky that you have a choice at all. So many people don't have the option to just walk away from this fight.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. If the place that I've worked almost my entire life is part of the problem, then the least I can do is be part of
This is the attitude people need to have. Don't get defensive and be like, no, my colleagues are all wonderful. Be honest.
Because she has a wonderful mother.
Exactly. And she has all her aunts and uncles. And as far as I'm concerned, she's going to have her dad.
Just little old me.
I'm here for this. Here for this.
In my rainbow-colored belt. But who are you really torturing here, though? Him or me?
You're just the button I'm pushing.
Okay, well, stop pushing. Use something else.
That's not how torture works, Eve.
He doesn't really have much
This
else.
is what I do. Who I am. You want demons at your wedding? Well, this is what it looks like. What?
Is this part of the act, or?
What? Because I can't be a mother.
Of course, when Eve mentioned children, it freaked her out.
That's what this is all about?
You should have just talked to her about it.
Good mom? Once? You don't do this anymore.
You can't do this?
Yeah, I can't be the only one that believes in you. I can't be the only one that believes in us.
Maze, don't throw this away.
I'm sure you'll manage.
Good, they're acting, right? Right? Because she kind of looked at her. Please?
Where's Eve? Oh, Mace. When it comes to self-sabotage, I fear you've outdone me. Does this mean my best fiend's wedding is off?
He kidnapped our officiant.
And now Lucifer will kill you himself.
Linda.
But then she helped me realize what I really need.
Therapy.
With my issues.
What issues?
Dudes can be vulnerable. Which is scary.
You know what?
And wolves,
This is emotional
they've turned
growth.
into like 800.
Okay, where is
I
she?
didn't hurt the doctor. I can take you to her.
Thank you. All I know is the Mazikeen I used to know wouldn't have hesitated to kill the guy.
Yeah. That's all Eve wants, is for you to meet her halfway. Yep.
Come on.
What am I looking at?
Demons from hell. In freshly dead bodies. Well, it's both something old and in something borrowed with plenty of nasty blue bits.
I wanted my family to know that I'm proud of who I love.
Aww.
I thought you had that have been very hard to ask.
Yeah, but
She knew it mattered to you.
I realized that I was holding on to some pretty... And I promise, if you give us another shot, I will never stop trying. Because I do believe in us.
Oh.
My best fiend's wedding is back on!
I can't believe I fell for it again.
Oh, Rory. He really was trying to do something good, sweetheart. Oh, I'm stressed. What's going to happen at this wedding? He should have texted her or something, though. It's very Lucifer to forget.
What'd you think? What, we were at some, like, hell monster wedding attended by decaying zombies? I'm just gonna keep it.
So when are you two getting married?
Trixie,
I am here for this child.
Well, we haven't really discussed
that we wouldn't.
tying the knot.
I'm kidding, guys. I just wanted to see you squirm.
I love this little girl. She's so grown up now. And Dan. Oh, Maze. This is so Maze. I love it. Oh, Maze. I love them. Oh, seeing Trixie smile is everything.
I think I'm gonna do this one on my own.
Yeah.
So, thanks. But I got this.
Yeah. She's her own person now. Even when we first met her in the show, she was so dependent on Lucifer. It's so lovely.
You became convinced that you were unworthy of love. I look forward to spending the rest of my life proving you wrong. Because you, Mazakine, you're my soulmate.
And you have to have a soul to have a soulmate, Maze.
Eve, I just love you so fucking much.
That's so Maze. Oh, it's so lovely. I'm so stressed about what's going to happen after this to be terrible, but...
And wife.
You gotta try this vegan cheese. Tastes just like cheese.
He needs to get better at pretending he's on the phone.
Yeah, cheese.
The grass is down there.
Oh, he's got to her.
This is way too hard.
Not as hard as hell, though, right?
Being able to see my own daughter and knowing that she can't see me, that's its own kind of hell in minute. And why are those my only children? I don't even know why I went to hell in the first place.
Weird and really bad at board games.
Lucifer plays board games?
Yeah.
At least once a week. On game nights. What?
I thought you'd never ask.
Talk to
By
Rory.
the way, we need to talk.
Oh, you went to the tailor. Oh. Oh.
You didn't.
Tailor. Ah, Rory. I'm so sorry. Maze needed my help.
And you went running, like you always do for everyone else. There's always going to be someone or
Sweetheart.
something that you choose over me. Is about it over game night. Oh wait, that's something you only do with Trixie, who's not even his real daughter.
Rory. This
Come over here.
Family spat.
happened twice.
Oh, what's Ella gonna do? Oh, Ella, I'm so worried about you.
That's something big I was going through.
Oh
When I
no.
accidentally time jumped.
No, 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 no,
It's
no.
you dying.
I knew that.
In the future, he's not there. Even for something that
He
important.
would be though, my love. He would have been there for every aspect of your life, and he would have been there for Chloe.
Together for Maze and Eve, but I can't take it anymore. I
Ella.
have to say something. Is the actual devil not like the most method actor ever? And Eve, oh, I guess the first woman.
Oh, Ella, someone help her.
Apparently, is that you all kept it from me.
Oh,
It just absolutely breaks my heart
Ella.
that you think so very little of me. How much help can I be in stopping the end of the world?
Whoa.
Still, you guys could have at least.
Back up. What do you mean the end of the
Oh.
world? I thought you told me that was...
You don't know the world is ending?
Brilliant reception to the wedding.
That can't be good.
Drunk Ella.
Whew. Crisis averted, babes. What'd I miss?
Oh my god. Fuck. Okay, so Rory's big bombshell. I kind of guessed that the thing that she was talking about was Chloe's death. That would be the thing that she couldn't believe Lucifer hadn't even bothered to come back for. And also, it would explain a lot of her feeling so hurt and angry and everything like that. Obviously we don't know just how old she is, we don't know how old Trixie is and all that kind of thing, because obviously she's half angel, they age differently, we don't know how far in the future it is. But that's the thing that I think Rory, in her level of anger and hate that she felt towards her dad before she came back to meet him, kind of meeting him and seeing him, and okay, I know he didn't show up to one appointment, but he did have a good enough reason really, especially given that she said she wasn't going to go, and she kind of like, well, I'm not going to go even if you think I am. Meeting all these people who think it is out of the question that Lucifer would just point blank abandon her, it is out of the question that he wouldn't be there for Chloe's death, surely has to tell you that something happens to him. And maybe he doesn't get murdered, maybe it is as simple as he becomes God and then stops being a person with feelings or whatever, and so it's just kinder to not tell her anything. I don't know. Maybe Chloe never knows what happened because he goes to be God. I assume now it's going to be something to do with stopping the end of the world, is going to be why he has to go, why he vanishes, but he would never, ever leave her, or Chloe, or Trixie even, as much as, you know, he calls her all sorts of strange offspring and all strange names. He cares about for everyone. Ella, Linda, Maze, Eve, Amenadiel, Charlie. These are his friends and his family, and he wouldn't just abandon them. And if he knew he had a little baby coming, he would freak out. I mean, obviously now he's aware it's coming because he's met the teenager, or the 20-something, 80-year-old, however old she is, I don't know. But he would freak out, I think, especially if he had no idea. He would have a Maze-esque reaction, probably of, I can't be a parent, I don't know what to do. But he would talk to Linda, he would talk to Amenadiel, he would know that, well, Chloe has raised Trixie, I have, you know, made Trixie laugh. Okay, that's not parenting, but, you know, I've been there for her in so many ways. I think he would be okay and he would be there. My big thing that I'm sticking on is, if this show ends with the timeline playing out the way Rory says it does, I'm not going to be okay with that, and I'm not going to be happy. This show has got to end with them changing the timeline. And this Rory can stay, this Rory can fade out of existence, but no, she's going to be happier, this Rory can go back to a happy future. Time travel is weird. I mean, I don't want her to fade out of existence, but at least you'd kind of know that she'd get a happier childhood out of it. I want Lucifer to get to be a parent. I want Lucifer and Chloe to decide to get married one day. I want them to get the future that they deserve. And Rory to have the future she deserves, and Trixie to have the future she deserves. I mean, she's already lost her biological father, and Lucifer is never going to replace Dan, especially at Trixie's age. You know, she's old enough, she knows exactly who her dad was. It's like with, if a parent dies and then someone else comes into the picture when the kid's very, very young, someone might be able to take over fully, but Lucifer will always be kind of her stepdad. But she has a great relationship with him regardless of that. And she deserves to keep him and not keep losing people. And, you know, seeing her happy and smiling this episode was absolutely everything. And it just breaks my heart for Dan all over again. And how much I know she's missing her dad, and he's standing right there. So for Rory and Lucifer and Chloe, I'm actually going to be very disappointed if this show ends with everything happening the way it did. Now, they talked about this being a very intimate season, and it is, and also kind of like a love letter to the show and the fans, and I don't think ending it that way would count, so I'm feeling hopeful that they're gonna fix it. Maze almost ruining the wedding by contacting Adam. I was so trying to work out how much of, because they did a few weird looks at each other that I thought they were like doing some kind of deal, but obviously it was you can save her, but like she trusted that Maze would be able to go and save Linda, but at the end of the day Maze needs to believe in herself and believe in them. And it is true that it's kind of a similar-esque thing to the bumps we've had between Chloe and Lucifer. You know, we had last season Lucifer being like, well, you know, I can't be with you because I can never love you, even though it's like, you've literally been in love with her for years now, you love other people, get on, Lucifer. Maze is her self-doubt, her worry, her thinking, oh my god, Eve wants kids, I don't want kids, I can't be a mother, Eve doesn't know me. When what you need to do, and I hope people watching this learn, I mean, I have zero relationship experience in real life, but you need to talk to each other, you need to share your burdens and worries. And 100% in the real world, before you get married, you need to have the kids talk. You need to understand where you are on the same page as each other. If, you know, yes, I want kids right now, I want kids in 5 years, I never want kids, because that is a deal breaker for a lot of people. You know, for me, I want children somehow. And if I get married to someone and they turn around and go, oh, I never wanted kids and we never discussed it, that's on me for not discussing it. But anyway, it was quite hard to watch them almost break up, but I think for having Maze be vulnerable like that, for having Maze fight for them like that, it's actually going to make them stronger going forward, because Eve knows that she fought for her. Eve knows that she put it all on the line, that she was partly scared that none of her family would want to come, that none of her family were a family. But now, because of Eve, she's going to try harder. She's going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I absolutely love that. That some of them did come, and okay, they were weird zombies, and that is weird, but yeah, I mean, I guess because they were demons, like, I feel like they didn't have to be quite as zombie like they weren't when they came before. Charlotte wasn't. So their wedding was everything, and the vows were perfect. And just, it was a perfect blend of Maze and Eve. They had all the people they cared about most there, and it just was so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm so glad Ella has told everyone. Obviously, she got very drunk and told everyone she wasn't planning on doing it, but they know she knows finally. I got so hopeful at the beginning of this episode that Dan maybe was going to see her go to her secret whiteboard, but obviously he didn't. Now, they have no idea the world is ending. And I think it's such an interesting take on it that Ella, her main reason is she's upset that they never trusted her with it. Now, she can't technically be upset with Lucifer because he has told her many a time. And admittedly, yes, he's never shown her proof that would have made her believe it, but technically with faith you're not meant to have to see proof, right? That they kept it from her. Now, Lucifer didn't. But I think kind of once you get over that anger, the fact that they're not being like, well, no, it's not true, that they're not denying it, will hopefully help. And I think they didn't tell her because you reach a point where it gets her dragged into all the shenanigans and it could put her at risk, and it's just kind of not something you do tell people. And she's kind of right. We've reached a point where maybe we should tell Ella. But there is always the danger that finding out a truth like that sends you into a spiral, sends you panicking, maybe makes her change her faith, maybe makes her lose her faith because she kind of realises, oh, I met God the other day, and like it would change how you think about things if you were a religious, spiritual person to discover the truth. But coming out all drunk and yelly, yep, and she told them everything. She told them the hurt, she was true Ella. Every single aspect of how she was feeling, she told them. And to be honest, the further she gets in her relationship with Carol, Coral, with Carol, the more she's going to understand how hard it is to tell someone a big secret like that. But I think they didn't lie to her when she told them. And then obviously the end of the world when she was like, you guys don't know about that. That is awkward. That is not good. I guess that's what the next 3 episodes are going to be focused on, is saving the world. I just don't want it to be Lucifer has to sacrifice his future and his family to do it. That would be such an unsatisfying end to this show. Even if it would be like ultimate character growth, I think for me, Lucifer needs to be willing to do that so we can be like ultimate character growth, but then not do it because there's another way. Anything else this episode? Adam, typical bro. He's trying, but it's going to be, he's got a millennia worth of toxic masculinity to unlearn. Linda is going to be, well fed and well paid for that. Is there anything else? I genuinely feel like there was another plot I was going to discuss. Dan, that was what I wanted to discuss. Before I quite get there, Chloe going back to work. I thought that might be coming, and I think it's been quite, she definitely rushed into it, like we all said last season. She shouldn't have quit her job that quickly. We don't know when he's going up to heaven, and we don't know what it's going to look like if he goes to heaven and then suddenly no longer cares about anybody. If time passes differently and she's pregnant, what's that going to be? I think her staying at her job, keeping things normal for as long as possible until they can see, oh, you've been the devil's consultant, God's consultant will look like this or whatever, would have been the best move. And I absolutely love that they are just showing her be like, I should have known, I should have done better, I should have not had the sort of just think, oh no, they're good people, because that is what so many people, they're like, oh, the police force protect us, or my friend's a cop, they're all good. And you don't know the truth about anybody, and you don't know the truth about their colleagues. And I'm sure the dirty cops can tell who isn't dirty and try and put on their best front around them. So I think it's really important that Chloe is acknowledging this and is willing to join the fight. And it's also important that the show is kind of having characters hold each other to account and having things like, well, you can walk away. It's not that easy for the rest of us. And that is true. It's very hard, for her having valid risks of, well, what if I do this and it pisses someone off and they hurt my family? And then, Amenadiel's thinking, well, what if we do not, what if a police officer just decides to hurt my son because he looks different? I think they're touching on some very necessary points, and it's also just sort of making me love these characters even more, that they are really going on this journey. And that is what we need to have happen in the real world. We need people from within these forces to fight for them, to fight for everybody else, to protect them from them, or we need to totally defund them and restructure them. And if they're so against that, then fight, weed out the bad people, welcome in IA to find the bad cops. So this was a fantastic episode. The ending is stressful. I feel like the next 3 episodes are going to be a really bumpy ride. I watched the first 6 last night, and then it was getting kind of late, and the way the last one ended, I was kind of like, I'm kind of okay with this ending. I'm glad I didn't stop here, because I was considering, do I watch one more or do I go to bed? I'm very glad I went to bed, because this ending makes me immediately want to watch more. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reactions on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you for watching.